Hello, I'm back. I just uploaded the third part, so in the second part, I talked about an Adult Swim pilot thing that existed at some point that I don't think got to be a full thing, and I think this is it. Some random guy on Go just posted this picture, and I'm like, wait a minute, that might be it. It was originally planned as an American adult animated series by Aaron Springer, blah blah blah, Dexter's Laboratory, another failed pilot, Periwinkle Around the World. You know what? Wait, let me see if I can look at it right quick. This... Wait a minute. Yes, this is it. That is exactly what I remember. Oh yeah, this is this is it. Alright, now I know. Now I'm up to speed. Now that I'm in front of the auditorium when it isn't crowded for once, I can get a decent look around the foyer. The walls are as vine-covered as anywhere else in the building, but the ones here have small magnetic flowers blooming on them here and there. I suppose there's different kind of vines. Wouldn't make much sense otherwise. Never really thought about it till now. I peer into the small window in the door to see Fang's gang lazing about within. Reed is messing with some box on a table, and Fang and Trish are sitting on the first row seats, chattering to each other. I put my hand on the door handle and hesitate a bit. Then I pull it open. The squeak of the door echoes through the near-empty auditorium, and immediately all three turn their heads and stare. There's an awkward pause that goes on for just a bit too long. Eventually, Fang calls out from her seat. "What the hell are you doing here, dweeb?" Dweeb. Hiding from Naomi. Fang throws her head back and goes limp on the shitty wooden chair. Ugh, that bitch. Fang lifts her head back up. Fine, you can stay. I go sit a few yards away from Fang and Trish on the theater seat. Reed turns back to that device he was messing with before. Looks like a projector. You don't like Naomi? What was your first fucking clue? That stupid bitch acting all high and mighty all the time? Oh goodness. Hey Fang. Looks like look at me. I'm super smart and nice to everyone, and everyone likes me. So if you disagree with me, I get the moral high ground no matter what. Fang lets out some combination of a snort and a sigh. No different than Nazer. What a couple. Whatever. What was she doing to bother you? She's been pestering me about every little thing since school started. Granted, she's been a big help in some cases, but geez, she's overbearing sometimes. Fang? I'll say, sometime in the first semester, she ended up helping me with a major science project. We only had a day to do the whole thing. You waited until the last day for a major grade? Doesn't matter. Shut up. Don't worry about it. Anyways, Naomi insisted on helping me, and I just went along with it. She ended up just bossing me around for 8 hours. Did you forget I'm here too? What were you talking about? Pulls a cardboard tube out of her backpack. She pops the top of the tube open and pulls a rolled up poster out and unfurls it. Our first poster. Verm Drama. That's an interesting name. And what's with that date on it? Trish wants... We need to have an actual show. Not some dumb school show this is gonna... I don't think it's gonna end up too well. We need actual people to know who matter to show our genius to. More like retardation. I don't know if I said this before, but at some point in the previous parts I talked about how YouTube will just show you, will gladly just show you a video with the word retarded in it as like an approved meme video to show you when it wants you to direct your attention away from what you're currently watching. I think I said this before, but I think it's because my account is actually considered over 18. It'll show you the word fuck in a video title gladly without you. But when you search for certain like swear words, it won't really show you any videos with those words in them. It's so weird. I don't know, Trish. Yeah, I'm with Fang on this one. The glare Trish levels at me is akin to a very dull knife. You don't even know how good we are. It was simply a practice session. Since you're Nazer's friend too, just know he ruined our first concert, right, Fang? Yeah, he hasn't if he hadn't invited all those cocksuckers. Still, I think... It doesn't matter what you think. Fucking stone cold over here. Where did that come from? Let's drop it for now. My tuna sandwich is getting cold. Do you heat up tuna sandwiches? Trish grins in victory. Yeah, you got told. Thanks, Reed. I appreciate it. What the fuck am I doing? I'm dead if I out myself here outnumbered. They're gonna stop my ass. Trish tore at me like she... What? Tore at me like she knew I was there. Had to happen eventually. I think this game is getting kind of updated here and there. Like I said before, with light spoilers, it's like you remember how in Abandoned from Equestria, when before that game was finished, certain scenes would just be like a really rough sketch before each location would get like finished. You could go to the location and interact with it, but it was just a rough sketch. This game's kind of like that too, I think, where you get some rough sketches instead of the completed drawings. I think so. I imagine if this game still gets a little updated here and there, it'll fix some of the typos, because that seemed like a typo. It had to happen eventually. Hope it's not the case though. I finally get to opening my omnivore lunch, a BLT, some chicken nuggies, and an orange. Take my first bite of the sandwich and... Bing bong! Said Markiplier. Are you kidding me? I cram as much of the sandwich into my mouth as I can and close the box. Reed puts the projector in the corner of the room, and Trish makes for the exit with Fang. I follow after, cheeks still filled with food. Next class is music. That's right, I'll be walking with Fang then. All three wave to each other. Goodbye, and Fang turns towards our shared class. Might as well make some small talk. What's your favorite band, Fang? Guess it'd be something like the Skinks, the Fossilies. You gotta score some fucking goals. Oh, there's some pretty British taste, yeah? Let us commence forth. British? Oh. Those are good. That was good shit. Made me laugh. She turns away to hide her snickers. Oh shit. I'm sure your favorite is much better. I'm into... God, what should I pick? Boomerang. Fang holds a hand up to her beak. You're such a dweeb. I flash her my biggest shit-eating grin. I am making progress, lads. Oh yeah, baby. At least I don't need a license to listen to it, mate. Do Brits really? Oh, I love and share my taste to get rallied on. Bit rude, isn't it? Don't giggle, Snort, you fucking weirdo. The two of us banter with each other with increasingly strong British accents all the way to class. This is stupid. Define a treble clef. I don't know what a treble clef is. I don't care about this shit. It won't ever be useful. Who can I cheat off of? I lean back in my uncomfortable chair, hoping to pop my spine back into place. What if you asked Fang for help? Crane my head, looking for Fang at her own desk. She's filling out her assignment page easily, drumming her fingers on her desk. Almost looks like she's strumming, honestly. And that's another thing. Who the fuck made guitars? Fuck trying to memorize frets or whatever the fuck. She's looking at me now. She tilts her head and taps her sheet. Oh. I respond with an eye roll and finger gun at my temple. My thumb hammer drops and I fake die in my seat. You are the cringiest man in the world. Fang shakes her head, returning to her assignment with a tiny smile gracing her beak. I look to at the papers we need to finish. Fuck me, how the hell are we supposed to finish these by the end of class? Can't hurt to ask though, right? Maybe the neon hero had a good point. Like in Devil May Cry? Like... Carrie! Still interrupting now might piss her off. I'll flip a coin. Need to make progress. Guess that's that. May as well get over with. Slink out of my chair and go around to Fang's desk. She jumps in her chair. How'd you get... Don't scare me like that. Sorry. I'll look at her work and she's only a quarter done. Hope we have enough time. You seem to be capable of deciphering dead languages. Could you help me with this? Help you with the assignment? I don't get any of it. It's all moon runes to me. How'd you even join this class? Only elective that had an open spot, even though it's mid-semester and I'm expected to be at the level of everyone that's been here all year. Leans her head down and holds her hand on top of her muzzle. I'm guessing that's supposed to be like pinching the bridge of your nose. What, like this? Or like this? Like, what was going on here? It's fine if the teacher gives the green light. Where'd Ringo go? And isn't Ringo the one that did the weird drawings with, like, that were talked about on Game Grumps years and years ago. I think when they did Mario Sunshine. I'll never forget that genuine anger. It'll be fine, and who the fuck is this? That is the silliest bullshit. Fang and I jumped several inches. What are you doing here? And what's with the costume? Oh. God, this kid. Reed is in an overly large inflatable T-Rex costume. Gotta get a signature for this absent note, man. Mr. Jingo doesn't care about if you use, like, partners and stuff. He just wants the work done. I didn't know you were also the school mascot. Is he gonna be like that gif of the guy on the basketball court falling down? I hope... If I don't have it saved, I might have to try to find it. But I think anybody watching this probably knows what I'm talking about. There's like buckets in here, man. You get to bring a lot of cool stuff. As long as you clean it after. Not even gonna bother. Thanks. It's all good, man. Reed gets up and goes to the teacher's desk in the corner of the room. I turn back to her expectantly. I'm not getting up. Get your crap and sit down already. Thank you. You suck at this. I don't know what half this shit is. God, they teach you about treble notes in elementary. Yeah, I kind of remember, but I... Do-do. Do-do. And that's about all I remember. I remember, like, the one symbol and then the two symbols. That's about it. I don't remember jack shit. I think I played a recorder at some point. But I don't know. It's E, G, B, D, F for treble and G, B, D, F, A for bass. How the hell do you know this shit? And then realized he was horrendously fucking stupid. Me sitting here reading things out loud on this channel made me realize the same thing. You gotta stay humble, man. I've been into playing music since pre-K. Roll with it. So does it take that long to learn that horrid thing? I point to the class electric guitar. I started with piano, didn't get my first guitar till freshman year. Isn't that the hardest one? I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe for some, but I started early and got ahead. My grandma had an old piano she would let me mess around with. She tried to get me to play all kinds of songs, mostly church stuff, because she wanted me to be a little goody two-shoes like she was. We're gonna turn her around yet. Trad wife, here we come. It was fun. Then I started taking piano lessons privately because my mom saw that I was interested in it, and in middle school I joined the band for a while. Only quit because of marching season. I was not wearing a dumb uniform. Gets a strange expression, a mix between a blush and a scowl, as she returns back to her snappy attitude. You done with that yet? It's taking you way too long. Rather have you out of my way. Cute. I show her the half-finished worksheet. Still don't get this fucking part. It's 3 classifications. It's really easy. It doesn't list them. Did you even read the page? She grabs the paper and points at the top right. In a small box is a list of 3 types: woodwind, brass, and percussion. Oh, you need me to still help you with this, or do you have it from here? Of course I have it. I know this shit. It's just 3 categories. Percussion is simple enough, getting the differences between woodwind and brass is a bit harder. You know your stuff, band stuff. I heard a sigh from her. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. What is it? Why'd you leave your old school? What? Where did that come from? Since I have the music turned down, this is a track I had to edit because it was kind of loud compared to the other tracks. So since the music is turned down in game, I won't have to worry about that. Where did that come from? Just wondering, though I think I know the answer. Why do you care? You're here for just 2 weeks and already you've wedged yourself in with my friends. I didn't really have a choice there. I just wanted to cruise through this year. I'm not good with friends. I just had a feeling. Haven't myself gotten many new friends in a few years. It's like I make people avoid me. I just don't like new people. Weird. Fuck 'em, you know. Sure. You act like you have a hard time socializing. I'm just not seeing it. Makes me think you didn't leave your school out of necessity, but because you really must have fucked up royally. I know your kind. What did she mean by this? I'll make a thread about it. Asking. It all just came out of nowhere. I mean, geez. We're talking about how she can't get friends and now she wants to know about that? I'm getting hot here, lads. It's Trish. She told Fang and she knows everything. Wait. If she's asking about me fucking up at my old school, how did that get to me thinking about how she knows about the pizza band thing? Whatever. Hopefully that'll work. I have no idea what you're talking about. Me neither. You're just some loser that knows nothing about music. I walked Bob Dylan up on stage. Who the fuck are you? That guy did walk Bob Dylan on stage, by the way. I think there is a picture of it. Who the fuck are you? I love that shit. That video's crazy. And yet you come in from your cave where even their parents must have wanted you gone. But still you're now both my science and music partner, on top of worming your way in with my band and my friends. What's there to understand? She's laughing. You're laughing. I fucked up my old school and you're laughing. You okay? Come on. What's funny? I almost miss when you leave and start finding your own. I'll almost miss when you leave and start finding your own friends. Whatever you say. With a roll of her eyes, she returns to scrolling through her phone again. Seriously wonder what she meant. Me too. I gotta go. Leaving so soon. I'm going to the bathroom, stupid. But how? She left her phone on the desk. Are we gonna go that route, lads? I don't know. I can see the imprint of the password being illuminated by the room's lamps. How many, okay, out of, four numbers that you know what each number is, how many combinations would that be? It wouldn't be right. I have to know. I reach over to... Don't do that! The movement in the corner of my eye solidifies me. Why is Reed still here? Snark. He's asleep. Fang's password is... Wait, only the one key is smudged. I guess it's worked until now. And the messenger app. It's not a choice. I'm actually doing it. How did I get in? Is she just bad with her security? Wait. See, one number's good enough. Doesn't matter. Surprisingly not a lot. Seems they interact mostly in person. What did I even just accomplish? Shouldn't have looked. All because of my paranoia. I just violated someone's privacy. I can feel a pit open in my stomach. Shouldn't have done it. Trish's Fang's friend, not me. What the fuck's the matter with you? I set the phone back to where it was. I glance back at Reed and I can confirm that he's still unconscious. What's another secret to keep? Yeah, you'd think it'd be like a choice or something. Each one just building on the last. The growing maw in my gut threatens to make me violently ill. Oi, I'm startled as Fang retakes her seat. Did you manage to do anything on the sheet? I simply shake my head as I show her the incomplete worksheet. Fang sighs frustratedly. Look, if I'm being a bother, it's simple, you dweeb. Fang began breaking down the questions, her tone less condescending than when we initially started. The way she explained it was indefinitely better than how Mr. Jingo did it at the start of the class. Over time, the sheet was slowly filled in, things finally starting to click now. Look like you got the hang of this bit. Good job, dork. Dorks. God, I grew up on Ed and Eddie. I love that shit. Man, back in like 2009, 2010, around that time, like each day, I think it was around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, there would be a half hour of Ed, Ed and Eddie and a half hour of Billy and Mandy. And every weekend, it would be Garfield. The 3D one. Why does the weekend suck for TV? Fang smirks a bit. I see a chance to strike. It helps to have an actual decent teacher. That slight red tint tells me I was right on the mark. There's also the steady thump 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 of her tail on the back of her seat to clue me in. I can't help thinking of tugging on the appendage. Wait, the thumping. Is your tail drumming right now? Oh, kinda. Wait. Look how tiny her tail is. Like, is it because they're sitting down and it's like on the back of those shitty chairs? Is that like what's going on here? Kinda. I'm feeling a bit out of rhythm, thinking of a new song. Isn't that normally part of the creative process? Maybe, maybe not. Are you done with the packet yet? I groan. Still got half of a page left. That's just a crossword puzzle. I'm not helping you if you can't do even that. I know. I had to resort to good old logic to solve the crossword. The longest and shortest words are easy enough to figure out. But, thanks for helping me with the assignment, I mean. Yeah, sure. Here's that red tint yet again. I'll help again, I mean, if you need it. Thanks. Yeah, just... Bing bong! That's the bell telling us to piss off to the last period. Still got a few words left. I guess the last few words... and rush over to the teacher's desk to turn it in. When I Why am I doing a crossword puzzle? When I turn back, I catch a sight of Fang. leaving the room in a hurry, tail between her legs. Like, is it long enough to go underneath and be like on the front, you know? She's not that bad once you get to know her. Guess he was right after all. God, I feel like a jerk now. It's been a couple of days since I snooped on Fang's phone like a creep. The guilt still weighs on me, but I found a way to cope with it. You just gotta cope. Even more aggressive shitposting on a Hungarian steak sampling vlog site. And I would be enjoying my day by myself in my apartment playing games and shitposting. Saturday after all. Except I'm walking to school. Fuck my life. As it turns out, the school keeps a log of what the Wi-Fi bandwidth goes to. And the IT guy wasn't too thrilled to see I've been using it to download the entire Saturnia collection. Spear sends me to 1 week campus beautification for using taxpayer money on a few dozen gigs of videos. God. This video is Nah, I'm not gonna do a gag sponsorship. I don't. Use sponsor block, by the way. It's really cool. No, I'm not gonna shave my balls and get ingrown hairs. No matter what you promise. Dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's fucking obnoxious. Well, now I know the space to torrenting out a bit more. I know to space it out a bit more as I get closer to the dreaded building, the more the thought of ditching crosses my mind. But then the thought of Principal Spears pops up and violently pile drives it into a Prius. Weird thought, but enough to discourage me from ditching. So here I am, walking to the side where the gardens of the school are. I can see others out here as well, probably all for detention too. Wait a second, isn't that Fang? Why is she talking to that green weirdo from before? Are they getting closer? No, I am. Why did I walk up to him? Ah, there it is. Seeing Fang only makes the guilt more intense. Cast my gaze aside instead. The flower bulbs are still closed for the winter, but a few are still peeking out. Rosa. That's a dress. I see you are admiring our work. The gardening club you can't do it with a water bottle, I guess. You can only do it with a jug. You ever play the spoons? You ever play the jug? Much pride in our flowers. Wash it! For such a large girl, she's surprisingly stealthy. Good morning, Rosa. Ready for today? It is a beautiful day for gardening, isn't it? You want to be here? Rosa's the head of the gardening club. Judging by Fang's tone, she's been through this kind of detention multiple times already. What kind of bullshit did she do? Does he wish to join our club? Is that why he's here? Stella, we have a new member. Oh, wonderful. My eyes are drawn to the green stego, who I immediately recognize from that encounter with the cards. You're that weird stego from the other day. Don't call her a stego. Her smile falters ever so slightly. Did I get the wrong person? And I'm not weird. So what was with the pocket raptor cards? I'm just saying what my tarot guidebook told me. The work of an astrologer is to show people what fate has in store for them. And that's what I do. Astrologer? Really? I should... But there will always be those who aren't able to accept what their fortune tells. A, that's retarded. 2, astrology is retarded. And thirdly, that sounds like something from a bad video game. Persona's based, okay? Don't... The sulky Stego is pulled into a hug by the happy Hispanic girl. There, Stella, you're still my friend, no matter how much of the black arts you believe. You're the one to talk about believing black arts, Rosa. You and your magic dino in the sky. You're lucky I don't. Get all your asses out front right now. The caveman's bellow whatever, I don't care. Throughout the entire school, even though I'm pretty sure he wasn't using the PA system. Not wanting to piss him off even more, I followed the others to where Principal Spears has a few other students gathered in front of him. The only one I recognize is the guy Trish had in a headlock the other day. Didn't expect you of all people to get detention. Takes me a moment to realize Fang is talking to me. I use too much of the school bandwidth. Spears catch you downloading porn? No, just... I guess it is an anime, I guess. Nothing. I couldn't find it on an anime streaming site, and I couldn't find it on a hentai site. So I don't know what the fuck it is. What the fuck is Saturnia? This is gonna bother me for the rest of my life if I don't find out. TV shows that I can't get on cable. She raises an eyebrow like she doesn't believe me, but doesn't follow it up. She must never find out about Saturnia. Saturnia. What is it? Or is it a parody of something and I'm just confused? It's probably just some sort of like dino parody. But I don't fucking know. I'm glad you could make it, Annan. I think that's just about everyone. Not that it gave me much of a choice. Alright, I'm sure you're all familiar with Rosa. She'll be supervising you for campus beautification today. If I hear a bad word from her about any of you, I think I can fill in the rest. Spears nods to Rosa, who reminds me of Naomi with how overly happy she looks. Thank you all so much for coming out to help with campus beautification today. If we all work hard and have a good time, we can get done before you know it. How can anyone be so enthusiastic about coming to school on the weekend? So by the end of the day, we need to get weeding done in the gardens, as well as replanting older flowers, and some of the vines are ready to be trimmed back. Ugh. Make sure you all get a pair of gloves and to return them before you leave. Fang raises her hand. Fingerless don't count. Oh dear. Fingerless gloves, a fedora. We're getting closer. All we need is the flame shirt. You should all pair off now to split the work evenly. Decide amongst yourselves. Even in detention, the partner curse haunts me. Everyone almost immediately groups off, leaving just me and take a wild guess who else. I don't like how often this is happening. Can't say I'm a big fan either. Let's just take time vine trimming and get this over with. Fang starts heading to one of the ladders already to set up near the wall. Wait, you don't need gloves. I'm not a wuss. You get some if you're so concerned about getting a few cuts. I don't get this chick sometimes. I get a pair of gloves and some loppers and rejoin Fang at the ladder. Give me the snippy thing. You already got a snippy thing. I don't like the idea of you with a weapon very much. She flashes an evil grin. Hold the ladder steady while I do this. I've been here a few times. It's the easiest job of the three. If you say so. Fang is quick to scale the ladder, leaving me to hold it in place. I wish I could shitpost on my phone right now to distract myself, but my hands are occupied. Fang's disregard of me is made extremely clear as she carelessly lets the remnants of dead vines rain down on my head. Kinda glad I don't have hair, because I can't imagine how bad it would be to have these sticky plant bits tangled in it. Aye, shift the ladder over. But you're still on it. I don't feel like getting down. Come on, you can't be that weak. That sounds so dangerous. I shimmy the ladder to the side, Fang's weight, making the process more difficult. Damn my scrawny arms. Alright, this is good. She goes back to clipping vines and dropping them on my head. It started building up on my shoulders and neck now. And now the spots the vines have touched start to itch. Hey! She remains focused on the vines, dropping the largest clump directly on my face. Hey! Never mind, the follow-up clump was even bigger and lands straight in my mouth. After I finish spitting the wad of dead vegetation from my mouth, I try one last time to get her attention. Bang! Though my blurred vision, I can make out Fang's tail, slowly shifting from side to side. I was pretty sure. I was thinking in my head, yeah, they're probably gonna do that. The ladder thing, aren't they? Now I have plenty of things to use as thumbnails. Oh, Lord. And an evil idea comes to mind to get her attention. There's a less evil one, too, something that just shock her. We're gonna go all the way, lads. I reach out to her when she drops another clump into my eyes, blinding me. I blindly grasp at her until my fingers brush against something covered in scales. I give the appendage a sharp tug. There's a shrill cry above me. That got her attention. Stop dropping shit. Suddenly stars explode in my sight-impaired eyes as I fall backwards. There's a ringing in my ears, and I try to blink the vines and stars away. I think I made the wrong choice, lads. What the fuck did I do? Fucking pervert. What the fuck did I do? When I can finally see again, Fang has her wings drawn together behind her and her hands clasped on something behind her. I think I fell in the flower bed behind us. It's actually sort of soft. You pulled my tail. I thought it was your ankle. Why the fuck would you think that my tail was my ankle? Because I couldn't see, because you kept dropping fucking vines in my eyes. So you pull on my fucking tail, you perverted fuck. You weren't listening to me when I was trying to tell you to stop. Ew! Ew! No. God damn it. Whatever. We're both out of breath and staring daggers at each other. My eyes are still blurry and starting to itch now because of the plants. Fang is still protectively holding her tail as if I'll pull it again. Why is your face all red? I was trying to tell you. Those vines fucking hurt. That makes no sense at all. Oh, right. Humans. She tosses another discarded vine on my face. Cut that out. I could report you for allergy abuse. What? That's the weakest threat I ever heard. Actually, in general, you seem to be a bit milquetoast around people. What gives? I start prying off some of the vines stuck to my clothes. It's like, why waste time on certain people, you know? It wouldn't be worth my time to do something crazy. Fang leans forward on the ladder, pretending to be hurt. I'm not worth your time. Some people certainly aren't. Just never meant to amount to anything or do anything important. Why are we talking about this now? She drops the smug expression for a second. Anyways, you should get up. Rosa will kill you if she sees you crumpled in her stupid flowers. A yell echoes from somewhere across the school grounds. He what? It's like that lady from Breath of the Wild. Hang on. I try leaning up. The bush has intertwined with my clothes. I'm stuck. You actual... Rosa scrambles over and starts pulling at her hair when she sees me stuck in the bush. What the fuck? Ah! Ah! Wow! Stupid the piece of the... I'm not gonna do that. Your position. She points a burning finger up at Fang. Did you push him? Fang's skin goes a shade paler. I thought it was scales. I fell on my own. Sorry. What kind of idiotothorpe fucking whatever manages to fall that hard into my middle mist red camellias that hard on his own? I shrug apologetically. Do you have any idea how long it takes for those to bloom? What is your name? Annan? Why are you still in here? Get up, Ninos, get up! She grabs one of my hands and whoa! You trying to rip my arm off? She grabs a bicep proudly. I say it all the time. Outside work is good for your health. Yeah. I think I'll stick to stealing the occasional protein bar from Nazer's stock. Why is your face so red? I guess I have an allergy. You must stop working vines then. She points back up to Fang. This lady's nuts. Get down from there, you're both switching to weeds. Ugh. Whatever. Go now, and no more tripping. We go exchange our equipment for weeding trowels. Once we get directed to a place in the dirt to start, Fang and I diligently continue in silence for a bit. Why did you lie earlier? About how I kicked you. Spur of the moment, I guess? Seemed like the easiest way to get you out. Easiest way out of getting in more trouble. Sure. What do you mean, sure? Sure it was the easiest way to get you out of trouble. What? Why did you really do it? What do you mean? Your recta ratio. Fancy words out of you, but I don't understand. You fucking moron, what was your motives? Why would you care? I had to think about that for a moment. Why did I do that? You said something before. About how some people won't ever amount to anything. Yeah, it was just, what did you mean by that? Fuck is she so curious? I don't know, you probably think I'm some creep for saying this. I already think you're a creep. Fair, but fuck you regardless. Her retort is a prominent flipping of the bird. I don't know. It's like the world is too full. And there's only going to be more people as time goes on. Eventually we'll run out of food and resources, but culture will be too far gone to really fix anything. Fang stops digging for a moment and gives an attentive stare out of the corner of her eye. midwits and morons have kids like crazy. The number of smart people in the world remains stagnant, or even goes down over time. Nobody is immune to propaganda, and useful people can be indoctrinated right into the crowds. You know? Told you it'd sound weird. It's so profound. That's exactly how I feel. What? Fang is acting strangely enthusiastic all of a sudden. Right, like, in all of history, if you really look at it, the smart people have never even once had to answer to the excess. Back in the day, innovation was propelled by smart people working with other smart people, trying all sorts of new things the masses would have hated. Like rock music, right? People hated it at first. When my band takes off, I'll get to rub it in everyone's faces. All those cock goblins, it's like everywhere you go, there's 100 dumb people for one person worth anything. Would you call it before? Excess? Yeah, like Naomi. Right. Most people in the school even. I can see it. Not maybe Reed? Not sure. Rosa and Stella, definitely. What? Naser too, unfortunately. Oh well. All of them sheep. Whoa! To casually brush everyone aside like that. What does she think of me then? If you think so little of Rosa and Stella and everyone, why hang out with them? I don't like being alone. You don't need to know anymore. As long as they aren't the sort of people that showed up that day at our concert. Those lazy, talentless, inconsiderate, self-righteous, condescending excuses for peers. Thinking they can just make fun of our music. Yeah, those guys sucked. Their insults weren't even that creative. Fang's arms jerked back violently, pulling a bundle of weeds and topsoil out and onto my jacket. Hey! What's that supposed to mean? Her eyes scrutinized me thoroughly, but why? Oh. My foot tastes a bit like salad today. Damn gardening. Oh God, now I get it. Gossip I heard from classmates afterwards? Yeah. We both know that's a lie. I feel anxious as Fang continues watching me. I watch it happen, as if in slow motion, as comprehension dawns on Fang. Her voice is low, accusatory. You were at the show? I could have hoped to hide it forever. Fang stands over me, her fangs spread wide, and her shoulders shaking. How do I explain this? We're close enough friends now, right? I could probably even joke about it a bit. I'll be honest. Well, Naser did invite me to your concert, and I did end up going. Fang's expression hardens as she crosses her arms. He told me that there'd be free food, so I figured why not? It's not like I knew it was going to end up the way it did. So why did you tell us you didn't go? Because I kept seeing your psycho friend hunting down everyone else who went. Why would I make myself a target? Trish was only looking for the dicks who... Did you laugh at us too? She jabs an accusatory finger at me. Fang, did you laugh? I open my mouth to answer, but the words aren't coming to me. Fang seems to pick up on my inability to answer. I fucking knew it. I'm sorry, right? I didn't know. I can't believe you right now. Fang begins to storm off and I try to chase after her. Wait. But my self-defeating clumsiness seems to have a different plan, and my foot catches on the pile of discarded gardening tools. The world spins and I land on my ass where we were weeding. At least something broke my fall. Wait, this isn't the flower bed. Suddenly an orange terror descends upon me, and I set off some sort of alarm. Sorry. Dios mío. Have you any idea how long it takes those to bloom? And for you to just tumble onto them again. I jumped onto my feet and quickly inspect the damage. The entire section of the flower bed where I had landed was imprinted with my outline like a snow angel. Just my luck. I didn't mean. It doesn't matter what you meant. Once is forgivable, but twice! Twice! Perhaps the jizz is this to cut that. Whoa. I am saved by a green stegosaurus grabbing the mighty arm of judgment out of the air mid-swing. Remember what we talked about? Steam erupts from Rosa's nostrils like a bull. Well, don't use physical force to make people hurt, alright? Thank you, Stella. That's what manual labor is for, right? Yeah, of course. And then, you will help extra 2 hours after everyone else. 2! For flowers? For flowers! Are you sure you wouldn't rather just beat me? I can do both! Where did FANG go? I did something I shouldn't have. She ran off. You ruined the flowers of friendship, like you do of my labor. You should go find FANG and apologize and bring her back. If you don't share someone's pain, you can never understand them. Did this bitch just quote Naruto of all things? If I weren't being directed to leave, I would have bailed anyways. I saw her going towards the parking lot. I'll be right back. You better. There aren't many cars in the parking lot, so finding FANG shouldn't be too hard to find. That pair of wings rustling in between two parked cars is probably a hint. Not sure. I silently approach, hiding behind the other cars in the lot. She's huddled around the passenger door of a garishly yellow minivan. Wait, is she? I gotta stop her. FANG, what are you doing? Fuck off, fuckknuckle. Don't break into a teacher's car. Shut the fuck up, cunt smuggler. I'm focusing on this. I'm over it. Why are you doing this? It'll be fun. I guess that's why she got detention before. Why, you want to join in the joyride? She looks at me like it's a genuine question. No, I don't. Oh, goodness. I want to at least kind of try to show off some of the more unique art. You know, all of it. All the way. Ugh. What the fuck is the matter with you? What are you doing? Stop kicking the car. Damn it, FANG. I don't know what more to say. Except I'm sorry. I messed up and that was a dick move. But if you keep doing this, we'll both be... Why do you care? We're already in detention. What's a few more days? To jail, FANG. Go. Away. You want to get our parents involved? FANG stops kicking the glass, drained of energy and out of breath. Thankfully, the glass isn't even scratched. You're right for being angry at me. You're talented and skilled, and I've got nothing to show for myself. What I did was wrong. But you're better than this. Come on. FANG won't look in my direction. At least she hasn't started kicking the car again. Maybe it'd be a good idea to give her some space. All of a sudden, I feel like I shouldn't be here. Hey, what are you guys doing to my car? We freeze. Get the fuck out of Dodge! FANG immediately bolts towards the front of the school. I follow her, legs pumping furiously in an attempt to catch up to FANG and avoid the teacher screeching at us from behind. I see Fang veer into the school, the door closing slowly after. By the jacket on my backpack, I'm able to slip in but just before the door shuts completely. Fang is panting in the stairwell near the door, and I'm sure I'm redder than I ever was with the vines. Did you follow me? Why? 'Cause I'm sorry. Her sneer returns as she makes you to turn away. I fucked up. I was at the concert, and yes, I laughed. I never expected to actually become your friend. Her wings block my view of her. But she hasn't left yet. Maybe I can fix this after all. I just wanted to coast through school. I was happy being a loner. I've always been one after all. Without a word, Fang climbs the stairs. Fuck. I consider following her, but silence was evidence enough she wants nothing to do with me. And standing here by myself, I have time to think of my own admission. If Fang leaves me alone, I'll get exactly what I want, right? I could probably talk Trish and Reed into leaving me alone too. I'll get the easy life I wanted. So why the fuck do I feel absolutely empty right now? I sigh and slump over on the stairs. Can the day get any worse? Karma would suggest yes. Ugh. You know, I always thought that tempting fate was just a dumb cliche. It still is, but maybe Stella has a good point about astrology. I found our errant runaway. My entire head and face has this weird numbness to it when I record. And so do my arms. I hear the shrill screech of a Latina banshee approach. God fuck, Jesus. Where did you go? You were supposed to get Fang and return. Return! Ugh. Yeah, sorry. You will be sorry. There's 2 hours left for the rest of the students, but that makes 4 for you. Do not worry, Annan. We stay as well. Great. The next few hours were grueling hell, carrying bags of the most rancid-smelling fertilizer back and forth, clearing entire sections of flower bed of weeds, using only a trowel, tilling the same flower beds by hand. I don't think the phrase back-breaking labor was supposed to be literal. As I've expected of hombres, I could tell already that by the end of the day, I would have crippling arthritis. Fang returns eventually, but still won't talk to me, and just sticks nearby cutting vines. Only an hour has passed, and I'm about ready to sleep for days. We will be replanting the flowers you destroyed. Destroyed is a harsh word. But I don't know anything about planting. You speak nonsense. Come here, I'll teach you. She motions me to get on my knees next to her and hands me a clump of dirt with a juvenile daisy on it. I will dig the hole. I somehow almost dropped the flower. Yeah. I don't even want to think about what would happen if I mess up a third time. Rosa points up at Fang, who is still aggressively trimming back the vines. Fang, do you want to plant some too? I'll pass. With a practiced hand, Rosa clears out a cylindrical hole deep enough for the clump to go in. Alright, it's ready. My arms are practically rubber from today's work and are faltering to the point places of dirt are being shaken off. A little bit from the hole, I have to catch the whole thing when it slips from my grip. Rosa puts her hands around mine to steady them before I drop it for real. Very easy, just like this. The bulb is placed in the hole and we let go. Rosa quickly fills up the patch of dirt with the towel, leaving only the steam and flower visible. You did it! Doesn't seem like I did much at all. Hush now, we still have dozens left to plant. A keening whine rumbles from my mouth. Can't I just take the beating instead, please? I'll do that if you really want. Do you want to borrow my slipper? Got this. I'd prefer the shovel, aim right here, and do not resuscitate me after.
Don't hold back.
Fang's chuckle helps to lighten my mood immensely. Baby, may I continue? I continue replanting flowers until Rosa's caring yet Orwellian superstition. At noon, the bellowing. Thank you all for showing up today. I hope that through your hard work, all of you learned a valuable lesson. That we don't have to pay you for manual labor. I catch Fang rolling her eyes from the corner of my vision. Please do stay safe on your way home and try to keep out of trouble in the future. Dismissed. You stay. Right. And before everyone goes, Stella approaches holding a covered pot and paper plates. I made lunch for everyone. The small crowd gets a bit more energetic. Home-cooked enough for seconds and thirds. I graciously accept a plate and stack it high with salty sweet goodness. The hot food is absolutely heavenly, reinvigorating me as I bite into the Mexican meal. So filling. Wish I could cook like that. Wait, I'll look around and see if that I'm the only ones left are Rosa, Stella, Fang, and I. Even Spears has gone home. Fang, Right, Annan, back to work. You still owe me 2 hours of heavy lifting. Don't look so sad. You are a natural, Green Thumb. When you're not laying on my flowers, that is. I don't really get compliments. It's just circumstance. It's not like I'm actually any less lazy or unskilled. Hold on, I'm not done yet. We can wait a bit while you two finish. You need all your energy after all. These guys aren't half bad. I thought they were slave drivers, but then again I did ruin their hard work. Still, I've been meaning to ask. Why are you like this? Like what? You know, the whole thing about with astrology and quoting. Video games. Wait, what? I don't know, I guess it's just the stuff I like. Right. Why do you ask? Oh, are you interested in it too? Maybe some other time. The rest of lunch passes by without incident, and I'm left savoring Rosa's delicious cooking. Like they say, the first rule of Mexican food, the more it looks like raw sewage, the better it tastes. The next few hours of work fly by relatively quickly without Rosa and Stella breathing down my neck. Replant the rest of the flowers I have crushed, all done by me. Collect all the discarded vines and clippings into compost bins, all done by me. Carry all the tools into the maintenance shed. Take a guess who did it. Fang stuck around for some reason, even though I don't think she had any other work to do. But now my prison sentence is finally over, and I'm free to go. My feet hurt, my arms hurt, my back hurts. And you did such a good job today, you should sign up for the gardening club. Yes, you can come help out with all of our meetings. I just want to go home. I'll think about it. I walk away before either of them can push joining their club further. I'm too tired to argue. Fang seems to have disappeared. I guess she didn't want to stick around longer than she had to. As I pass by some of the gardens, I take a moment to admire my handiwork. As much as I didn't want to be here, I have to admit they look a lot cleaner than before. See, that's what doing some actual hard work for once can do. Fang's sudden appearance from behind me makes me flinch. I guess she snuck around after all. A wimp like you could use it too. So now Fang is suddenly talking to me again. Yeah, sure. Now all the important and beautiful plants can thrive without any of the useless weeds choking them up and holding them back. Oh right, I almost forgot Fang thinks people like me are barely worth the oxygen. Not that I could really blame her after earlier. Yeah, well, don't let the weeds like me get in your way. I sigh and turn away from Fang. beginning my very achy walk home. Time to go and sleep for 20 hours. Wait. Stop in my tracks. Now what does she want? Look, I said I was sorry already, okay? I laughed at you guys and ruined your concert. I don't care if you never want to talk to me again. I just don't know what else you want me to say. It's not the concert I'm upset about. It's not? Maybe a little bit, but I'm mad because you kept it from me. It's just, I hadn't made many friends in, well, a while. I didn't want to lose an actual friend over stupid bullshit like that. I just thought you would have trusted me more to tell me the truth. Is that why you stuck around earlier? She hesitates before nodding, like she needed to convince herself. Not that it matters, but I'm sorry too. What, kicking me in the face? I might have overreacted a bit earlier, but you did deserve that. I'm sorry for calling you one of the weeds. You're not a weed. You're a mushroom or some shit. A mushroom? Not like a cool tree or cactus or something. You're not that cool. Mushrooms are all the bad shit. Wait, mushrooms take all the bad shit and turn it into nutrients for all the good plants, you know? Is that what mushrooms do? Plus, you kind of look like one, too. Don't take off my pants, okay? Fucking rude. On the daily. That's like the nicest thing I think I've ever heard you say. Now you're pushing it. I let out a sigh of relief. Can't say that's how I expected this conversation to go. Guess we're both assholes then. Friends. So why do you know so much about mushrooms exactly, Reed? Fang gives me a sideways glance and smiles a bit. Spend enough time around Stella and Rosa and you pick up a few gardening facts. Yeah, first impressions aside, they're pretty alright. Stella's a bit weird and Rosa's a walking stereotype. A dork like you calling Stella weird? A dork like me has every right to call out Stella. Anyways, I'll be seeing ya. True, see ya. Fang strolls away, humming some tune I've never heard. Left alone now with just my thoughts, I find myself feeling a great weight lift from me. Friends, huh? I can't recall the last time I had a legitimate friend. Some people certainly aren't. I just never thought I'd to amount to anything or do anything important. Don't know anymore. I set off for my apartment, body sore but spirit soaring. 1 month now, 5 to go, and I found myself... 1 month now, 5 to go, and I found myself in a predicament. I'm enjoying my time with Fang. Most of the time just talking about stupid shit, like our mutual love for wire foo and comedy movies. We are both ventriloquist. We're both ventriloquists and we practice every day. He carries a basket, he carries a paper roll, and we both don't have cysts. But there's one thing that's for sure, friends. We are ventriloquists. Almost every day now I'm either at her desk helping her in science or working in a lab with her. Or she sat next to me decrypting the mystical arts of not sucking at music. I'm talking more with her than anyone I've ever talked with. Not to mention lunch and after school, it's less hiding from the tangerine tyrant and Nazer these days, and more spending time with Fang and Reed, even if he's constantly checked out and smells of burnt skunk. Fuck is he on anyway? It's Carf, bro. What? Carfentanil. Whatever. Fang and the gang, are pretty alright. Trish, though, every day she gives me the same look of disgust and put on sigh, as if I'm some kind of chore to deal with. Whatever, not like she matters in the long run. Damn! But I find myself having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this real or not? Okay, Sora, jeez. I tumble backwards off of the stage. Whoa. Ow. Bro, that sucks. You're giving me too many things lately. You're all I need. You smiled at me and said, it's lunchtime now. I guess I dozed off. Too many late night study sessions. He's having a good time with that Saturnia, I bet. You need help? Just fix the projector, Reed. Almost done. I hobbled to my feet, feeling out the bruise blossoming on my shoulder. Stupid fucking sage. I considered jumping back up, but find the stairs up more appealing. Going up the stairs, Trish suddenly grabs my shoulder, pinning it to the wall. She leans in close, looking me dead in the eyes. Can I help you? Don't play dumb. Something's up with Fang today. She gestures to where Fang is sitting. Fang's picking at her lunch with a fork, not eating a bite. Now that I think about it, she's been a bit distant today. They've been like this since band practice yesterday. What? Did you do something to them? Do something? What does she mean? Does she think Fang and I... Oi! No, I don't think at least. Why are you so concerned? Everyone has a bad day every now and then, right? Fang and I have been friends for 10 years now. Not once have I seen them this upset. You're the only new thing around here. Can't be anyone else. So what did you do? I swear I haven't done anything with Fang. Look, we've got music next. I'll ask Fang what's up then. Trish glowers. We both glance at Fang to see her sitting up there with her untouched food. You'll talk to Fang. You'll probably make it worse. I should be the one to talk to them. So why haven't you? Trish's mouth shuts with a click. I stare her down. Her eyes harden and she finally speaks. Ugh. Fine, but you better not fuck up. She lets go of my shoulder, stuffing her hands in her jacket pockets with a huff. I finally return to where I was sitting on the stage and continue finishing my lunch. Right when I plant myself on the ground, Reed speaks up. And done. With the projector? That's right, man. Now we can watch movies, shows, pornos, all that. We're not watching porn in school. Not with that attitude. Trish throws an orange slice at me. You're not gonna... So what do you guys want to watch? I can't think of anything that would be appropriate around normal high schoolers. Trish raises her hand and jumps in place. How about the Count of Monte Cristo? Oh, I know that one. The actors in it are pretty great. Yeah, I love the VA work. Was it something I said? What? Bing bong! Saved by the bell. I'll look to Fang and when did she leave? She left already. I'll go catch up with her. Bye-bye. I make record time out of the auditorium, leaving a still confused Trish and Reed. Fang isn't in music class. When I get there, I tap out a quick message to her on my phone. I take a spot next to her seat and wait. Maybe she just needed to use the bathroom. You know, getting up and walking for just like a second made me feel so much better. It's been about 20 minutes. I'm starting to get worried. Something's up. Look at my phone and the message I sent her way just before class started. Want to talk? Still unseen. Better not fuck up. God damn it. I need to use the bathroom. One guitar-shaped bathroom pass later, I'm scrambling through the halls. If I were a non-binary teenage Pteron having a crisis, where would I hide? Someplace only Fang would go. The family bathroom. There are only 2 in the building. I sprint to the first bathroom, closer to the back of the school, and nestled away in the special needs area. My knuckles rap against the door. You know what I like about this game so far? It's not... Obviously you have the word retarded and poking fun at certain little things about people, but since this is, I think, like a V project, it's not like a complete joke. It's actually it's doing it, you know? It's kind of like a real VN instead of just a stupid joke. Like a stupid edgy joke or something, you know? They're actually taking it somewhat seriously, even though there's still all the jokes in it, you know? My knuckles rap against the door, locked and preoccupied. You're missing class, and I seriously need help with the sheet music. The one you seek is elsewhere. What the fuck? Wait. You're that weird stego chick, Stella. That's very rude, and I'm not weird. Do you know where Fang is? Can you please leave? I have a nervous bladder. I turn away from the door and sprint to the front of the school, where the other bathroom is. It's while I'm moving briskly through the empty corridors of the school, with untuned guitar in hand, that I find divine providence. Or rather, the feathers floating by the window provide me with the clue I need. Oh, is he still in the hallway? I look out the window, and while I can't look up to see for sure, the shadow that she's casting on the ground below is enough verification required. My feet climb the steps easily, but my mind is ill at ease. What the hell's wrong with me right now? Why do I feel anxious? What did you do? What if I did do something? I've known Fang for 10 years. I've known her for barely a month. And why is it my problem to fix? Not once have I seen them this upset. I can't stop the gnawing feeling in my chest. I'm at the door to the roof now. It's shut. But by the handle I notice a piece of cardboard tucked between the door and frame, keeping the latch open. Good job, dork. Now it's like that one episode of Frasier. Fang smirks a bit. Damn it all, Fang's problems first, then I can figure out my chest. I open the door and I'm immediately blinded by the sun. Oh, we're not stuck, I guess. I shade my eyes. The door clicked. Yeah, now we're stuck. What's with the guitar? Fang is sitting atop of the stair enclosure looking down at me. Mr. Jingo's hall pass, I kinda needed help with the sheet music again. You really suck at it. I do. I find the ladder easily enough and climb to the top of the tiny hut. Around Fang are scattered feathers. You alright? Preening. What? She holds one of her wings and gently brushes her fingers through the feathers. I'm preening my wing. She winces, a feather drifts to the floor. It looks painful. I move closer. A little. I sit down next to her and I look out at Volkeldra Bluff. It's a beautiful view. It's a distraction. You ever... There's a time to speak and a time to listen. You ever feel like you just don't matter? Fang stares at the vista. Volkeldra, whatever. But her eyes are vacant. I feel like no matter what I do, I'll never be able to make something. I try and try, but nobody likes the ways I express myself. Not once, after all the work I've put into Worm Drama, has anyone ever told me it was good. Her eyes wetten, her voice roughens, her shoulders quake. Alt, not space. Nobody's ever said, "Good job, Fang. Can I get a copy of the last song on CD?" I've been playing music since I was basically in diapers, and all I have to show for it is a shit reputation. Her hand curls into a fist, her nails bite into her palm, and I can clearly see the minute trickle of blood. Minute. How much harder do I have to try to get people to notice me? Her fist crashes down on the floor. Even my own parents. Jesus. When Dad looks at me, it's like he just sees a lost cause. Oh, Fang is a scene teen. Better focus on the one that isn't broken so we don't screw up again. She punctuated her shouts with her fist striking the roof beneath her. Her fist lands softly one final time, uncurling to reveal the bleeding grooves her sharp nails have left. Oh my god. Watching her break apart is causing the dull pain in my chest to intensify. Why can't I be popular like him? Fang deflates completely, all her anger gone, replaced with melancholy. Neither doesn't have to try at all. Even crippled, he just breezes through life. Why does he get straight A's? Why does he get my parents' attention? Why do I have to be the burden on everyone? She grabs her knees and buries her face in her lap. This time I'll interrupt. Yeah. You aren't a burden to me. Fang removes her head from her knees and looks to me with pleading eyes. What? I'm your friend too, right? I don't think you're a burden. Fang sniffles a bit. Here's what I think. I put my arm on Fang's shoulder. You're in a pretty bad spot. Self-improvement is hard, but there's nothing to be gained without sacrifice, right? She gives a slight nod. You need to step out from your comfort zone more often, even if you think there's no time. There's no harm in diversifying, right? Fang looks away from the coastline and to me. I don't know. Maybe you're right. You could also try harder to get along with Nazer. I guarantee that there's not much in the way between you two. You'll be there to support me, right? Yeah. I don't know if I'm strong enough to do all that. I think you can be. Being weak is nothing to be ashamed of. Staying weak is. You don't have to do it alone. Thank you. We sit in silence for a few minutes. Eventually she lets go. Fang's breathing is evening out, and she looks far more composed now. Can I see that? Fang points at my oversized hall pass. Yeah, sure. LOL XD Raffle. Wow. I wish I had a little wristband like that. I might make one, who knows. She takes it from my hands, our fingers brushing for a second. She blushes while she hands the acoustic bathroom pass. I think I finally got the tune. Tune? She finishes tuning the guitar and tests it. With a nod to herself, Fang begins strumming. The rhythm is slow and the tone is soft, enough so that her humming blends perfectly with it. I lean back, bobbing my head to the impromptu music. The streaks from her tears that would once marred her pretty face only help to highlight her soft smile now. I hum along now too, which causes Fang to giggle. The rhythm is slowing to a crawl, the song about to end. With a meteor coming soon, everyone's gonna die, so I'll say to everyone, goodbye, Fang. Oh dear. The lyrics surprise me, but I shrug it off. You ready to get up? Fang nods and wipes her tears one last time with her forearm. I stand and pop my back, looking out over the fence at the ground below. From here, I can see the afternoon sun starting to encroach on the skyline on the small coastal town. Turning to Fang, I crouch a bit and extend my hand to her. She moves her bloody hand to take it, but hesitates. She softly grasps my hand. She winces in pain. You know, it's strange. I expected the alarms to go off again, but it feels different somehow. No spaghetti dropping below. More natural. I'm careful to hoist her to her feet, mindful of her injured palm, but her beak accidentally bumps into my cheek on the way up. And there they are. Fang's eyes contact, and she instinctively hops backwards, covering her muzzle with her hands, and turning her head away in her frustration. I clench my lower jaw and look at my palm, slick with sweat and her blood. The silence continues for an immeasurable amount of time. So that's how a dino's kiss, ha ha. Oh fuck. Not really. I look for anything to end this awkwardness, like the guitar hall pass. Wait. I check my phone, seeing that Mr. Jingo's class will be ending in 10 minutes. Oh, the assignment. Fang finally looks my way again, though her face is still flush. What? Mr. Jingo's assignment. There's no way in hell I'll be able to do it at home. Fang tries to cover her beak, failing horribly to contain her giggles. You really suck at music. I glare at her. Why don't you just drop it? It's an elective anyway. Because I need to maintain my GPA for college. Because I kinda like it. I blush and look down into the entrance of the roof below us. Maybe I'll help you. We did it, lads. 4 parts, we did it. Fang hops down, her wings easing her landing. I owe you for the fucking therapy session anyway. Thank fuck. I climb down the ladder. Those wings must be really convenient. Who the fuck is up here? Damn, dude. The door flies open off of its hinges through the suicide fence and through the suit. Is that what they're called? Through the suicide fence and over the side of the building, crashing loudly on the concrete below. I knew someone is ditching up here. My hunting instincts can tell. Oh, double fuck. You! Principal Spears looks at us, finger pointed at me as if to fire a special beam cannon through my chest. In all my goddamned years, on top of the roof, explain. Bullshit mode activate. I got lost looking for the bathroom, you fucking idiot. Spears incinerates me on the spot. Ostracism. For a brief instant, I picture Fang in a bikini. Whoop. Hot. God damn it. No bikini at a beach. Like with a crab. Looking at it almost coming. Okay. Fang gets a similar smell, stare, and withers down. I'm not stupid. Pteroestrus season isn't for another few months. When animals get in heat, isn't it kind of sometimes random when it happens? Or am I stupid? Empty your pockets. There's no drugs in there. I'll reduce myself to Hoover flags. All I had on me was my phone and a ratty wallet held together with hot glue and duct tape. Fang does the same, dropping her own phone, a spare guitar pick, and an unopened pack of cigarettes. Spears looks at Fang dead in the eyes, rips the package open, and stuffs every cigarette in his mouth at once. To our mortified stares, he chews them until they are brown glob and spits it over the fence, landing on a rather oriental-looking car. Go to class, Fang to the nurses. She looks a mess. Oh, God. Her wings are ragged, feathers misaligned, and a clear patch of them missing on one. Stains on her legs from her makeup, tears and blood. Drying blood on her hands, arms, and beak. Eyes puffy and red from crying. But her smile was... I wave her goodbye and wordlessly return to class. I only have a few minutes, but I can't focus on the assignment. I'll have to take it home as homework. Maybe I'll help you. Take out my phone and consider messaging Fang again. My heart thumps roughly in my chest. Just what is wrong with me today? All this drama, when did my life become a soap opera? Even included a dramatic kiss. I look at my hand, her blood now dried and dusty on my palm. Did that count as a kiss? I mean, it wasn't unintentional. She backed off and all. Jeez, my insides feel like liquid. Surely that's just my disgusted reaction to Spears' scare tactic up there. Nah, this isn't fear. Unlike a bottomless pit, the feeling is pleasant. Yeah, I kind of like it. I wonder if Fang... The feeling intensifies. But why? It's not if she... But... Do I like Fang? Oof. Fuck. 1 month later, I'm laying in bed on a Saturday morning. It's been raining the last few days, so I'm stuck inside. Not like I had any other plans anyway. The forecast says it should clear up. There's no new games out, and my backlog is just a perfect size of fuck that noise. Don't even feel like baiting on a certain basket-weaving Polynesian forum. The light of my phone is the only thing illuminating my hovel of a home. Scroll through the camera roll out of boredom. At least that's what I tell myself. Interspersed through various memes and screenshots of homework assignments are pictures Fang has been sending. Over the last month, I've been included in more than Fang's circle of friends. My cred, I can just feel it slipping away. Reed stole all of the hot dogs that day. What an asshole. I scroll past that one swiftly. God damn it, Trish. Pursual through old pictures is interrupted with a text. Looking for a new band venue. I don't feel like going alone. Wanna come? Nah, shut the fuck up, alarms. Why alone? Trish has a horn appointment, and Reed is, a pause, preoccupied. Dude, like, back to the story. Where are we dropping? Where are we dropping, boys? In the prison? Just show up at my place in an hour. Need to go. Okay. This is fine. It's totally fine. Just helping a friend of mine find someplace for a band to play. A friend I have feelings for, and we're alone. Just hanging out, calm down, calm the fuck down. I boot up my computer and start a gotcha Do people on V actually spend money on that shit? Like, if every picture of a game is available on like on eHentai or something, then like that's what I don't get. Like I understand if you want to see some boobies in a game that's not a porn game, but like an actual game or a TV show or something. I get that. You know what I mean? But at that point, when you're spending money on just a JPEG, like that's too far. I boot up my computer and start a gotcha thread on a time. Yeah. The soothing replies bring my heartbeat down to an acceptable level. What is this? To top it off, I insult the mods and then report my own post so I know they have to see it. Is that something you can do? I am become Anon, collector of views and poster of shit. By now the rain has subsided. Still feeling refreshed, I grab my jacket and start making my way across town to Fang's house. I must go piss. Passing through the snobby part of town to catch a bus, my thoughts begin intruding on me. Images of what's got to come pass before my eyes unwarranted. Just in case I get a picture, man. Looking for restaurants because they'd be good venues, of course. Walking through the whole mall, maybe? That'd be a good spot. The day turns to night, and the temperature drops. I offer Fang my code, and... No, this isn't it. Oh shit, my stop. Oh, good. Oh, now I get it. I scurry off the bus right as the doors are closing. And I don't forget to thank the driver. The bus stop is luckily only a block away from Fang's neighborhood. There's a few stores open, and a street vendor is gleefully setting up shop for the first time in a few days. She calls out to me as I pass. I think I recognize this character. I think I've seen it posted a couple times, but I could be wrong. I don't know what the fuck it is, though. Some storm, eh? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. People don't usually take the bus here these days. Where you headed? To the suburbs? Taking the bus to the suburbs on a Saturday. You're gonna see a girl, ain't ya? Or did I? Okay. Oh, how did you know? I mean, I am, but it isn't like that. You can't fool me. I'm certain it ain't. At any rate, why not pick up a few dogs to... My love, a hot dog with sauerkraut. We got ice cream too, if she's a Herbie. Maybe later I'll keep it in mind. I turn to leave. Behind me, I hear the vendor mutter to herself. Fucking kobolds, man. It's a good tag, all I'm saying. With an S next to it, of course. Not a Q, not an E, no. Just an S. Ah, to be young and in love again. Pick up the pace. The difference between Fang's neighborhood and my apartment complex is night and day. The smell of burnt trees doesn't hang in the air. Instead, it's a mix of cedar and wet pavement. The knife in my pocket feels excessive as an officer's car passes by. I suppose to someone who's lived here it would seem normal, but someone who's from bumfuck nowhere, the suburb felt decadent. Google Maps, Jesus. It's nice, very nice actually, 2 stories tall, and with an expensive, if kind of scraped up sports car in the driveway. I approach the home, careful to hop up and spread the spread stones that make up the hallway in fear of trampling the well-manicured yard. At least I'm at my destination. Stand frozen on the white porch now with the front door before me like the ramparts of a castle. Am I supposed to knock or text her that I'm here? Never done anything like this before. Go with a friend to find a venue for a band, that is. We might meet a character if we, but I am going to... I'll text her. You know, I don't know if a lot of these choices actually matter. Maybe a few big ones, but that's about it. What is this killing intent? Daddy! You had... Execution. My pants feel heavy and sodden. Oh dear. Oh honey, who is it? Oh good. Look at this power couple. Goddamn. That pussy is destroyed every night. Oh, you must be Annan. Come on in. The petite Patero matriarch drags me into her abode. I could see the patriarch's jaw clench as Fang's mother pushed me into the comfiest couch to ever exist. Oh, you must forgive my little Lucy. She's still getting ready for your date. I could feel iron sights on my back. While she spoke a mile a minute, I managed to catch some of the words. I ignored the latter because this isn't a date. This isn't a date, said Rich Evans. Is that? But it's no trouble. I thought her name was Fang. She titters, holding a hand over her sly smile. My little tooth fairy always loves to reinvent herself. Oh my god. Oh god. Her eyes gloss over as she's pulled into her own memories. One moment she was the prettiest princess pirate, and now she's some sort of rock and roll maestro. The imagination she has. Sup, buddy? I'll look across the coffee table to see Nazar reclined in an equally plushy couch. Oh god, I'm gonna... with his sister, dude. Oh dear.